Hi guys, me Misha. Everything I say is not financial advice, my personal opinion. Let's take a look at the stocks. And you guys, it's my birthday today, so you see how much of a freak I am trading on my birthday. Well, using the old spread, this is a bullish bar, so I'm not gonna put a level here yet. Even though it looks like, look how beautiful it is. Look how beautiful it is. Yeah, I think it looks cool. I think it looks cool. Uh, yeah. Now it's in the break, so look how beautiful. Well, the volume distribution in 5 minutes is not that short, to be completely honest. There's all these volumes. Yeah, and there's nothing. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing to work of. But nothing compares. Unvolumed as of now. Yeah, Q's, that was 2 bar spring is the volume. Fine 5 doesn't need a test. Yeah. Probably should work. Not in that trade though. Uh, this is a massacre. Yeah. Block does its move. It's interesting. Pause still consolidates. Yeah. Fjord. Pfizer. Yeah, like Ryan's a little higher. Oof. Wait, what happened here? Oh, okay. Mismatch of. I wanna. I wanna go for. That what happened. Over earnings. Huh. Weird stuff. Weird stuff. So this bar closed the impulse. I think it's a break. Yeah, and anyways, it's a daily watch list. Yeah, I'm not in the straight either. Hey. It's not that biggest volume. There's volumes. It's one bar up thrust and now test. That actually didn't need a test. Oh, it did because it was counter trend. Right? Yeah. That's how it went. Anyhow, the model is not working, obviously. It takes too long to consolidate on hourly. There's nothing here. They went down, down. And broke the model, yeah, so. What the heck? Yeah, that was an enter, wasn't it? Just very quick trade. But yeah. Yeah, come see, come ça. I don't think it's a good place for Surgut. Surgut Neftegas. Yeah. What I'm trying to find on Meta. DLR. Same deal. That was like far above 0.5. So bro stock. United Health, but not with this volume. This thing is going down. It's overheated. And it has a lot of room to go. I think even 0.5 because it's already been tested. So yeah. That was a level, yeah, I mean, it's going down. I don't know what I'm expecting from Nike. A miracle? Very similar situation on IWM. Very similar. This and then this. This is not good. Like too high up there. This is good. Yeah, forget it. Forget it. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work out as in 0.5. It's in 0.5. It's not bad for a break, actually. But that's already one down. So it's this thing now. Oh. Hours. You see how fast things change? It's a good volume, but yeah, then it's volume, unvolumed, and then volumed upthrust. What is this massacre? What's going on here? Anyways. Oh, come on. And you see that was the biggest volume for this thing. Sign of correction or change of the trend. Same deal. It popped 2-bar upthrust. Isn't it beautiful? So it goes up to 0.5, but it's just like too tight. Everything here is too tight. Yeah. It reached it on upthrust. Other than that, it's beautiful. Just for funsies. Let's see, just for funsies. Yeah, this guy, not an exhaustion volume, but good volume, you know. Goes down. Yeah. Just for fun, just... I don't know, I feel very spaced out lately in the stock market. I was out of tune with my Dracula that we opened this Friday. So today, literally the first day, I don't have nothing on my calendar in 2 months. So I'm still getting back in the groove. And also, it's my birthday. You see, guys, what kind of freak I am. On my birthday, I'm sitting checking out the stocks. Should have been out there partying and all of that. And all of that. But I'm here because I love stock markets. You'll be surprised, but I really, really do. And this volume again, yeah. So now it's more like counter trend. Still would have been fine. But an up thrust, it's already reached its potential. You know, you guys, I realized I should work on my reading skills in English, because I suddenly came to realization that very well might be my biggest challenge right now is mispronouncing the words. Not just because, what is this level anyways? He's got to be here. Not just mispronouncing the words. Oh, I know what happened. But also not knowing properly how to read them. So that what happened here. Boom, boom. This motion. So maybe I'll be focusing on my like phonetic reading. This biological year. Hopefully I'll have more time for this. Well, no, hopefully I won't have time for this because I'll be busy like working, doing something else, but my spare time I want to utilize learning how to properly read and understand how the words are supposed to be pronounced based of their spelling, based of the way they are written, which I think is the biggest challenge for English language, besides tenses, of course, is that nothing sounds the way it reads. That's just amazing. That's just amazing how irregular English language is, at least in the eyes of the non-native speaker. And like all languages, Russian is also like has a lot of irregularities, and many things do not really sound or pronounced the way they are written. But I feel like English is the champ in its irregular pronunciation. Mainly, my theory is that, like, when the language gets internationalized, it changes a lot of the sounding just to make it easier for non-natives to pronounce things. Maybe that contributes. Yeah, of course it's like 0.5 and all of that. Back to the stock markets. Stock markets. Yeah, this level is alarming. So, you know what I mean? Even though it's on volume top thrust, I have an excuse to not to take this trade. But yeah. Wait. Did you make it to the day? No, hour and minutes, please. Yeah. So, one biggest area of improvement I see for myself is to learn how to read the script and know how to pronounce the words that are not in my vocabulary yet, because it freaks me out. I see a word in the script, I don't know like what it means. It's like beyond my vocabulary, and then all of a sudden I'm not sure how to pronounce it. So I came to realization that my reading skill in English language needs to be improved. Yeah. All of that is irrelevant to the stock market and nature of my podcast, but it's very typical for me to speak about the relevant things. You know, I'm an actor as well, so just a chattering box. But at this point, you probably you either know what I'm doing and just checking out my moves, or you have no idea what I'm doing. And you have to learn volume spread analysis, aka wave volume bar analysis, in order to be on the same page with me. But I'm doing my best to vocalize my actions. To vocalize my actions. Yeah, that was cool first time, but now it's still cool. Dollar grinds lower. It's a weird situation. Volume distribution, yeah. Interesting. 21st of March. Come on. We all know that's irrelevant volume that I'm still to comprehend. Every quarter or so, there's a volume that just doesn't make any sense. That was quite an interesting move. Unvolumed. No, volumed. That's the last hour of the previous day. There's far bigger volumes. Yeah, boom, boom, boom. I think it counts as the break. Microsoft, Vodafone. What a roller coaster. Oh wait, all these things are good in continuation of the trend, aren't they? Look how similar they look. Break, volume top thrust, Another upthrust. Think looks like it wants to go down. Oh, I'm tired. Let's look the biggest changes and then I'll come back to the rest of the list later. No attack. Yeah. Boom, what a mess. Look at this guy. What a mess. It looks like it even holds the... It's ridiculous. But it did hold its sign of strength of the bearish trend, downtrend, uptrend, downtrend, okay? It's just ridiculous. Boom. It broke it. And I don't know what to make of it, to be honest with you. Severstal grinds higher. I have this friend of mine who tries to persuade me that like Russia has more freedoms than America. He's a funny guy. He has a good heart. So my last argument today to him was like, bro, there's like around 3 million Russians, in my estimation, living in America. So like 2% of Russian population moved to America and prefers to live in America. So when there are going to be like 2% of American population who moved to Russia, let's talk about it. When there's like 7 million of Americans who will prefer to go to Russia for whatever reason and live there, hit me up. We'll discuss it. Allow him, no, allow him. He has a good heart. And he's Russian, and as you can imagine, pretty patriotic. Which I don't think is a bad thing. It's not bad to be patriotic. What is not good is being patriotic or like blindly patriotic and loyal. To the people who usurped the power for like 25 years now. Quarter century, guys. It's like, it's not a joke. And it's not dystopian movie. It's not 1984. It's like real time. In Russia, a person usurped power for like over quarter century now. What kind of nightmare is that? What kind of terrible nightmare is that? And people who he usurped justify him and support him. Meantime, actually, this volume is weird. But Russian market is weird. It's still too fresh, and like the amount of geopolitical changes Russia undergoes is just probably makes Russian market too unpredictable. It's interesting though, because like when it's calm, it moves like way more predictable, I'd say, than the American market. Considering the system I use, considering the volume spread analysis and all of that. However, considering the geopolitical changes that Russia undergoes, and I also think like involvement of government if you look, like, the problem with Russian stocks is that 80% closely held shares, and then like 70 to 80% is true for like most of the all the blue caps and most of the stocks that are found on Russian market. And this means government. It means the government holds 80%, so there's only like 20% in the free float, which means that any action of government can just change the price of the stock. Not in the free market pattern. So it's all cool till it's not. It's all cool till it's not. And things gotten worse ever since the beginning of the war, if you can imagine. As you can imagine, because all the international capital that continued to operate in Russia was leaving it gradually ever since like 2014. Ever since 2014, and yeah, it's now like 80% of the Russian capital market is fair to say, I think, is operated by government at this point, and 20% by private individuals, like in corporate. That doesn't matter, like all the rest, non-governmental bodies. Whereas pre-war and pre-sanctions, pre-Crimea annexation, there's like substantially more. I'll show you later on RTX. Maybe on this guy. Maybe even on this guy. Let me see. No, doesn't show. I'll show you a bit later on RTX, or yeah, on RTX, how much of international capital there was in Russia pre-war and how little there is today. Actually, this is not bad for a swing trade, maybe, but maybe it's counter trend now. Ugh. But it's in 0.5. Ooh. The volume is weird. Ah, it's 23. Let's see what happened. Like, yeah, this like shebang. Yes. Well, technically, still kind of hollow. No, it's par level. I don't know. Looks weird for all I care. For all I care. But technically, there's that. Guys, I think I'm gonna bail out. I don't know. I'm very, yeah. I think I'm just getting back in the groove. We're creatures of habit, and I wasn't paying enough attention to markets lately. Busy working on Dracula, so yet to reset myself. But now I'm getting dizzy of like looking at charts too fast. Not even dizzy, but somehow like, I don't know, bored. Am I done with stock markets? I don't think so. And it's my birthday, so what the heck. Yeah, that's what we've got. Not very promising. Just hey. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, no, this doesn't matter anymore. Oh, so high though, so high. I could fly over the rainbow. Google wiggled me out for break even and did like far beyond my 2 hours. I think that what I've learned from this experience and that but no, you see, like day level might not have held. Oh my gosh, did I do it right? The tenses. Oh my god. The day level have not held because price gravitated towards the monthly level and did a little, like he wiggled me out, and then the sharp turn and went my direction. Thank you, Google. But yeah, I told you I'll show you how. Yeah, here's the Russian market. Check it out. This is live with international investors, and this is live without international investors. So from 20 million to 10 times. So it's fair to say Russian capital market deflated 10 times since the exodus of international investors. Sad story. What happened in 2014? Yeah, also see and compare it to 2000. And here's 2014. Also. And that's the beginning of Russian market, so you can see. So maybe fair to say that it lost like 30% since the annexation of Crimea, and then it lost 90% since the beginning of the war. That's what happens when you challenge the entire world. Take care, guys. Happy birthday to me. Trade responsibly on your own. Never listen to anyone. No one knows anything. Learn and grow in the community.